First opened in 1999. There's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in week 4. Pulls it in at the 13. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down. These two teams met in Baltimore, you might remember earlier in the year, with the Ravens winning that game. So they'll be looking for the win here in Cleveland to complete the season sweep. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. They find some open field here. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And again, it's Chubb. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Partner, it's not often that I expect running backs to eclipse 100 yards in back-to-back games, but he left 100 way behind last week. I think he's going to do it again. I'm expecting 150 or more.
And last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. So the first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And this is going to be intercepted. And the Browns are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw is Watson. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off of play action, it's Watson. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
The Browns at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the tough 0-2 start, but come off a very important first win of the season last time out.
And it's tough when you find yourself in an early season crossroads, but that's exactly where they were. At 0-2, they were thinking if we fall to 0-3, things can spin out of control. But now at 1-2, they shouldn't feel the need to press out there. They're now back in a good spot. Find a way to win some games and keep moving forward.
Watson to Njoku there for the Cleveland first.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Faking the give. Now Watson.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
They go with Chubb on second down. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before?
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Browns are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by York is up and good.
And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
From the 27, Jackson.
Throw left side, there's London.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And 3rd and 8 now.
This defense for the Browns, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
These two teams all tied after one. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
103 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front, because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there.
With his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week, as his first one here's away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Play action. Now Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And some room to roam now. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 125 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moved.
And they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. Now it's Jackson. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Forward.
Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Drake London, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now a play fake, and it's Watson out to his left. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And Watson has enough for the first down yardage as he slides to the turf. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Watson on first down. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll try the air now with Watson. Going out wide, finds Chubb. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. The final shot before the break, Watson. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game, start of the 3rd quarter. But you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slip. And now Watson throws another interception. Kyle Hamilton picks it. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Boy, CD, what a way to score. You want to talk about a roller coaster of emotions. They've got the big play. Then they cough it up. It seems to be disastrous. But his teammate is there to scoop it and score it.
Not much else I can add to that, partner. I'll just say one thing. We just saw momentum swing several times on one play.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially to skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
On second down, they'll run it here. They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Returnable for Thomas. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have.
Oh, Chubb fumbled it. And it's picked up by the Ravens. There he goes, right side. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 70 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They run it again with Chubb. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Now they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
We might start getting some props here in the booth. That one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. They'll run for it. Chubb. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Nick Chubb stops short, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on fourth down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
The Ravens get a new set of downs, give him 17 on that pickup. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They go play action with Jackson. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Third quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Drake London with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Cleveland offense ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Watson. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
But I think it's about time I took my eyes off of the secondary or the guys with the football. How about the offensive line on that snap? They took care of business.
Absolutely, and when he can stay in the pocket like that, you're going to get big plays like we just saw. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To the air yet again. Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2. If they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he has a big gain inside. Before being dropped.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 22 yards. 1st down, Baltimore.
So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Down at the 35, it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Browns drive about to get started. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because They're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. Here's second and a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Here's White.
At the Ravens' 45-yard line.
Eluding the pressure right. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
A gain of 3 yards. And the Browns first down.
Off play action, here's White. Thomas brings it in. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. On second down now, trailer. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he showed some fancy footwork on the juke, but then quickly taken down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Here's Thomas. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over first and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold or did they rough the quarterback? So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's first and goal. White. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Browns are able to cut into that deficit. Now the Browns offense will stay on the field as they'll go for 2 here. They'll try and throw for it. He's got it. So they convert the two. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a two-score game.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Let's go.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Well, things started off exciting. This one had a high-scoring first half, and nobody let their foot off the gas in the second half either, Charles. And, you know, for them, a really nice victory in a high-scoring output.
You're right about that, because so many times we'll see teams come out slow and take a while to get going, and points become a little bit harder to score near the end of games, as we know, because everyone tightens down.